What's up, folks? How's everyone doing out there? I'm battling a little bit of a head cold. I have chest cough. I got a little bit of a chest cough. My parents have been sick, so I caught it from them. The nurse got sick, then my parents got sick. Now I'm sick. You know how it goes. So I'm battling that. I wasn't going to do a live today, but I can't let my audience down, and I feel like it's my responsibility to be out here for you all to let you know what's going on. Aliens. Looks like aliens are coming, folks. Government whistleblower states that aliens are real. They are real. Now, I'm not debating that. I'm sure they're real, but what are they? Are they interdimensional? Are they from other planets? All of the above? Spiritual entities? Are they fallen angels? I lean more to I just lean. I'm more on the side of deception. Okay, and I know if they're going to be bringing this out, it's deception. And you got to remember when Trump won the first time in 2016, what did 𝗓𝗏𝗃 say? Are we going to play the alien card? Remember that? It looks like now they have no choice. Now, how big? David, my wife isn't happy. She said the only thing I've been in lately is your like button. I missed it. Your wife isn't happy with you? Well, then you know what you have to do. Okay? You have to make her happy. You can call Sancho, but I think it's your job. Okay? I think that there's going to be your job. Folks, Venmo, 𝗬𝗏𝗏1977, 𝗬𝗏𝗏1977. When the lights go out on Amazon, leave an honest review. I wrote that entire book with my iPhone, with my thumb. No, I didn't have a ghostwriter. I wrote that entire book myself. And my mom's book as well, The Mexican Mix. Please leave her a sweet and honest review. Boy, I got a bad cold. So last night, I'm going to tell the owl story. I have two owl stories for you today. Pretty crazy stuff that happened to me last night. I believe owls. I feel a spiritual presence when I see them, and I don't see them often. But last night, folks, I'm in the desert Southwest, okay, and I saw a snow owl. Like what? A snow owl? I'm going to tell that story right after this one, folks. Get Olive, folks. Get Olive. We partnered up with Gundry MD to share this information with you. Would you believe me if I told you inside your pantry right now is one of the healthiest foods on the planet? Yep, it's true, and it's not some weird, trendy superfood. Spoiler alert, it's olive oil, folks. You probably used to cooking with it, but there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel better. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping you look younger on the outside, it's a fantastic tool. It's a fantastic tool for the insides of your body. According to Dr. Stephen Gundry, a famous cardiothoracic surgeon, nutrition expert, and health advocate, you should get as much high-quality olive oil into your daily routine as possible, whether it's taking it as a shot daily or keeping a bottle of it in your bathroom medicine cabinet. But what kind of olive oil is best for your health? Well, any olive oil can give you some benefits, but if you're looking to get the best benefits, it matters a lot which ones you pick. The olive oil industry is huge. You can tell by the number of olive oil brands you see at the grocery store, and you bet they're not all made with the consumer in mind. And many brands even cut corners one way or another to increase their profits. When Dr. Gundry came to this realization, he was appalled. But some olive oils are so powerful, it may only take a few tablespoons a week to see these incredible health benefits, folks. Thank you, Jennifer O. So how can you tell between an olive oil that is a health booster or which one isn't up to par? In an effort to answer that question, Dr. Gundry has decided to take a stand and release his personal research and findings. This video has gone viral since its release, and it's important you see it so you can start benefiting immediately. Hit the link below, folks. Get Olive One. Get Olive One down below. I take it. I think that's why I haven't gotten so bad. I feel pretty good. I'm not like really sick. I'm just like teetering. And I broke the fever last night. I woke up in a sweat. Yeah, woke up in a sweat. So last night, I went outside and I was met with my buddy. my buddy Steve came in town, and he's a good friend of mine, and we were outside talking, and it's nighttime. It's 8 o'clock, and I just hear this whoo, like loud, whoo, like I'm like, dude, that's an owl. And we start looking around, and I look up at the highest tree, and again, whoo. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh my Lord, look at that thing. It was huge. A huge white snow owl on the tree just staring at us and just like obnoxiously loud. And it was kind of eerie, man. It was kind of like I felt this spiritual pull. Like it's just free. It's not that often I see an owl. Last time I saw one was about 5 years ago, but it was a desert owl. It was a brown owl. This one was a white snow owl. What is it doing in El Paso, Texas? I don't know. But I felt some energy. I felt a weird energy. It was strange. The only other time, I got to set my ghetto timer. Set the ghetto timer. The only other time, there's been a few times. But the first time I saw an owl, I was in the backyard of my friend's house. I was about 15 or 16 years old. And it was one of the first times I got high. And it was probably the first or second time. And I remember we're in his backyard. The sun's going down. It's getting dark. And I'm smoking a big blunt with him. And it's like, I'm not really understanding how to feel when you're high or whatever. And he had this little dog. It was I think it was a Yorkie. And it was tiny. Probably weighed a pound. Maybe 2 pounds. I'm not sure how big it was. Anyway, it was running around the pool a lot. And I remember he was like, and I was just staring. You could hear his little collar like running around the pool. And I was thinking in my head, like, what's the point of this dog? At that time, I liked big dogs, and I was looking at that dog like, what's the point of this dog? Anyway, like, it's not a guard dog. What is it? What's the point of it? I love little dogs now, by the way. As I'm sitting there taking hits from this joint, he goes inside. He goes, "Hey, watch the dog for me. I'll be right back." And I was like, "All right, cool." And I'm just sitting there, and there's a huge pine tree behind his fence. And behind the pine tree, in the pine tree, I saw something moving in the branches, and I was like, "Wow!" And I just kept staring at my joint, and I was like, "Wow, this is." Remember, this is one of the first times I've ever been high, and I was extremely high at this point. And I'm looking at the pine tree, and I'm just taking hits, looking at it, like, what the fuck? Like, this thing looks like it's coming alive. Like, wow, this stuff is strong. Next thing I know, this huge owl whoosh, 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 dives down, picks up his fucking dog, and leaves. True story. And I'm sitting there going, holy, no one's there. No one's going to believe me. I'm the only one that witnessed this myself. The dog was gone. The owl took his fucking dog and left. The guy comes back out. He's like, wait, let's call him Sparky. Where's Sparky? Bro, you're not going to believe me if I tell you what just happened. And there was nothing I can do about it. You're not going to believe me if I tell you what just fucking happened right now. And I kept looking at the joint like, did I just really see this shit? Did I just really see an owl take my friend's dog? It really happened. And you know what, folks? I almost think he doesn't believe me still to this day. But his dog was gone, never came back. I'm sure the owl had a great feast. I told him it was the owl, but I think he thought, like, I don't know. Who would believe that? Especially in El Paso. Like, who would believe that? Anyway, folks, Spotify, Nino's Corner, Telegram, Nino's Corner, Getter, Nino's Corner, Rumble, Nino's Corner, True Social, David Rodriguez, Boxer, Instagram, Nino's Corner.tv, X, Nino Boxer, Patriot Wear. Oh, yeah. PatriotWear.com. Right there. Bing, get yourself some cool gear, folks. I got a lot of good stuff going up in the store. There's going to be a Christmas sale. You get a discount on everything. Go check it out at PatriotWear.com. Also, Nino's Corner.tv. Black Friday special this whole month. We're knocking down prices, and you will be grandfathered in. So get over to Nino's Corner.tv today. It's a limited time only. We're doing a sale over there at ninoscorner.tv. Get all your inside information. Get the news before it's news, folks. ninoscorner.tv. I got Wano saving up there right now. SG Anon's coming up. Dylan Monroe's coming up. AJ Rice is coming up. Larry Ballard's coming up. Mike King is going to be back up there. Ron Partain, I'll be putting up on FluffTube talking about XRP. The Ghost is going to be the general in the general's tent this time. You also get a discount on the general's tent, limited time only. November 26th this month at 5 p.m. What is November 26th? Is it a Tuesday or Thursday? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure here. Also, Ron Partain's going to come on. We're going to be talking a lot about XRP. What the hell is happening with XRP? It's skyrocketing. What is that? Someone said in here that it was at 93 cents now. 93 cents. Man, I'm glad I bought into that. Dogecoin, XRP. Folks, it looks to me like the Federal Reserve is in trouble. And a lot of seismic shifts are happening right now. Hopefully they're all for the good. But my bet is now with the government, they're going to very desperate attempts. And I believe if you listen to the Juan video on ninoscorner.tv, they're going to try. And I don't think they'll succeed. I think it's going to be a failed effort. But will they try to disqualify him coming into the January 20th and say he's an insurrectionist? Will they try to remove Mr. T and say he's disqualified? I believe it could happen. Juanito says, "Oh, you have no idea the drama that's coming." But to me, folks, it's like I don't see it happen. I don't see it working. I think it's going to be a failed attempt, and then I think right after that they may pull the alien card. I'm not even kidding. You don't understand, folks. Their fates are sealed. It's about life and death for these people. They're going to try anything and everything to stay alive. Right now, they are drowning. They're done. I think this is game, set, match. In my opinion, game, set, match. Am I even saying that correctly? All right, folks, you might want to turn it down or turn it up. Let's see if I can even do this. All right, here we go. Turn it down or turn it up. Coming at you live for the apocalypse, folks. Oh, yeah. All right, let's talk about the Jake Paul Tyson fight. I got invited to it today, ringside, by some good buddies of mine out in Dallas, and I'm too sick to go. I also don't want to contribute to his. Man, I really hope Mike Tyson knocks him out. I'm hoping for that. My heart is with Tyson. I hope this isn't a glorified sparring match. I already know that they're 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds. So that means Tyson can be a little more explosive, and they're using bigger gloves. So are we about to watch a glorified sparring match? I think that could happen. I think maybe this could be like the Roy Jones, Mike Tyson World Boxing Entertainment. I don't even know if this is going to be real at this point. I just don't. But I know. I mean, are they setting themselves up to have a part 2, like a second fight? I don't know, folks. At this point, I don't know what the Jake Paul experiment is. I'm watching it. It's never had before happen in boxing, so I'll give him that. He puts asses in the seats. A lot of people are going to watch this fight. Probably more people are going to watch this fight than a Canelo fight, because people are tired of Canelo, carrying the fighters and handpicking his fighters. It's just, I don't know. Is this where boxing's at now? I guess it is. I guess this is what boxing has turned into, unfortunately. So, no, Tyson didn't get in his head. You're talking about the slap. That was scripted. Folks, when you slap somebody, you don't back off and start shadow boxing. You slap somebody and you follow back up with a punch, or you go forward. You don't slap and then go back and go like, it's stupid. What I'm looking at with that right there was scripted. That was scripted for sure. So I don't know. I don't know what we're getting ready to watch, folks. I mean, if this is a real fight, I don't know. All right, let's get into it, folks. So XRP hits 93 cents. Damn. Sylvester Stallone gets up and calls Donald Trump the second George Washington, compares him to a mythical creature. If you watch this, it was excellent. I was often wondering. I've been wondering about Sylvester Stallone. When is he going to get up there and talk to, endorse Trump or whatever? Have you noticed, like, there's so many celebrities that were so quiet and now they're all coming out? Which I guess better late than never, but I guess they just didn't know which way the tide was going, and a lot of them felt safer to not really make a move until they knew definitely he was getting back in. So I don't know. I love seeing Sylvester Stallone up there. Isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger a Kamala supporter? I that threw me off. I'll tell you that right now. I was a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't do it because I'm sick. So, folks, there's going to be massive drama coming very soon, from what I'm being told. How big is it? Do I think they'll succeed? No, I don't anymore. Could Biden have worked a deal with Trump? It sure does look like it, doesn't it? Everything I'm looking at right now, Biden's just way too happy. It looks like he escaped his demise. And in return for that, what would he have to do? If you really think about it, Biden suffering from whatever he's suffering from, Alzheimer's or dementia, whatever, he's probably got just a few years left to live. Maybe Hunter gets pardoned. I don't know. But it seems like the big target for Mr. T is Mr. O. If you know what I mean. I think that's who he's going after, and I think Biden, in my opinion, worked a deal. Gave him everything he needed and more. So there's a lot of conspiracies beginning to surface around this. Just tons. I posted some videos on my X about it, and I do think that there's something going on, most definitely. I've heard also that there's some validation in that, but I don't know. You have countless celebrities now ready to leave the states from the coming dystopian future, because there's a dystopian future coming. Like the last 4 years weren't dystopian. Oh wait, I forgot. You're celebrities, so you don't really interact with the public. You're not really around normal or normies or people to give a shit like I am, like all of us are. You don't really know the disaster this country was in because you were living high on the hog and doing what you want to do and endorsing Kamala. But now that Mr. T is getting in, yeah, you're going to leave. Goodbye. Get out of here. Damn. So what's more is I'm hearing a big percent of the military could try to defy Trump, causing unrest and division in the military. Upon hearing the Trump purge of the Pentagon, select Pentagon officials are conducting secret meetings inside the Pentagon for damage control and really who knows what else. Does any of us really know? Because shouldn't this be fucking illegal? But nah, they don't care. They don't care. And it's going to cost them. It's going to come back to bite them in the ass. So isn't it funny to you all how these people perceive a Trump victory as completely the opposite of us? And I don't know if you guys remember that picture back in the day that was circulating around the internet. Like, some people saw a blue dress. Some people saw a gold dress. I really believe that's the way the brain works. And I believe that you could talk to these people as much as you want. You're never going to convince them to see it your way, because they see the gold dress when you see the blue dress, or they see the blue dress when you see the gold dress. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was circling around the internet. But I think it's just they're so set and they see something polar opposite, mirror opposite from what we do. And I think that's where we're at. Even Longoria is telling a half-truth. She did not leave. She lives in Spain now. and has a house in Mexico. Well, there you go. So she'll be coming back and forth. As Trump plans to purge and gut the entire government, do you really honestly think they're about to sit back and just let this happen? Look, folks, I know it's eerily quiet right now. I know it is. In fact, it's making me a little bit uneasy how quiet this is. But I got to tell you, I really feel like it's checkmate. I think Trump checkmated their ass. And they can't believe it. That doesn't mean they're not done. They're just going to plan X, Y, and Z now, which has to be a big panic move. And what kind of panic move? Well, they got all the money at their disposal, and that's why there's a rush right now to switch that over. I think the Federal Reserve will be gone. I think it's going to be gone, and very soon. As soon as this new administration gets in, I think the dollar is going to just gone. I think it's coming. I think this has to be the next move, and I think everything's going to go to crypto, silver, gold. That's where it's going, folks. That's what I see happening. I hope you all are getting your Doge. Yeah, man. That's the one coin. That's actually the one coin I wasn't really focused on. But now I better be focused on it. Huh? So aliens are real. Folks, government whistleblower comes out and says aliens are real. And guess what? Nobody cares. Yeah, I think they waited too long. I think they waited too long to play this card. I don't know. I feel like God is all over this. This is so spiritual that I don't think it's going to work. I don't think any of the demonic efforts are going to succeed. I feel like this is God, all God. In fact, maybe when they do come out with aliens or they show aliens landing or whatever, we're probably all going to laugh and say, you know what? We don't care. Because you know what? I think that's where we're at now. Are aliens real? UFO whistleblower says yes, we are not alone. Whistleblowers presented claims of advanced technologies and potential non-human intelligence, urging for less stigma surrounding UFO discussions and more public access to UAP data. They claimed the U.S. government has programs to retrieve and reverse engineer crashed UAP. UAP represents a new realization that we are not the only advanced intelligence. The hearing highlighted ongoing concern about government secrecy. A U.S. House committee hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena held Wednesday in Washington, D.C. has once again thrust the topic of UFOs into the spotlight. The hearing, titled Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Exposing the Truth, featured testimony from high-profile witnesses who called for greater government transparency on the issue. So I feel like they're getting ready to do this. At what extent? Just remember, folks, they're capable of anything. Let's just think about this for a second. When you sit there and say, we got this in the bag, we got it. Think about this. These are the same people that orchestrated what happened in 2021. 2020, the year 2000, September, those events. And don't think that they are not ready to pull the plug and have this happen, folks. And something tells me that maybe, just maybe, no better time than when Trump takes office. Just an idea. With full congressional backing secured, Trump plans a Pentagon purge, folks. After Republicans take control of both houses of Congress, plans to clean up at Pentagon and bring in more like-minded people to Trump's new administration already in motion. Republicans clinched a majority in the U.S. House of Representatives on Thursday, completing a sweep of both chambers of Congress and solidifying GOP power alongside President-elect Donald Trump following the final vote count, which gave Republicans at least 218 of the 435 House seats. The party also secured a Senate majority, positioning Trump to govern decisively. Holy shit. With Trump set for inauguration on January 20th, his transition team is actively assembling his administration, including key nominations like the new ambassador of Israel. Notably, a transition team is reportedly preparing a plan to overhaul military leadership, potentially targeting officers perceived as having resisted Trump's policies in the past. You're fired. According to this syndicate, the team is compiling a list of senior officers, including some members of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, of possible removal. That includes officers seen as aligned with former chairman Mark Milley. Mark Milley, there's Mark Milley again, who Trump allies have criticized over perceived disloyalty following Milley's recent comments about Trump. I got a feeling he's in big trouble. I got a feeling all these guys are in big trouble. With some insiders expressed doubts over feasibility of these charges, pointing to the risk posed amid current global conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East. Others close to Trump insist such moves are necessary to reshape the military's leadership. Once again, Sylvester Stallone called Trump the second George Washington. I think he's right on the money on that. Trump taps RFK Jr. to run HHS, nominating, being the thing in the shoulder here, skeptic for nation's top health role. President-elect Trump has tapped Robert F. Kennedy, a longtime environmental lawyer and skeptic, for the nation's top healthcare job, leading the Department of Health and Human Services. They're in trouble. Woo! Are they in trouble now? Trump announced a pick of the social media platform Truth Social and said RFK Jr. will be charged with ending what he called the nation's chronic disease epidemic and reforming U.S. science and health agencies. Wow. For too long, Americans have been crushed by the industrial food complex and drug companies who have engaged in deception, misinformation, and disinformation when it comes to public health. HHS will play a big role in helping ensure that everybody will be protected from harmful chemicals, pollutants, pesticides, pharmaceutical products, and food additives that have contributed to it. Wow, America is about to get healthy again, folks. Get ready. You won't have to take Ozempic anymore. You know, one thing I'm doing a lot of right now is that red light therapy. I do it every morning and every night, and I think that's the only reason I'm not really sick. I feel great when I do that. I get charged all day. The video is up right now with Jonathan Otto. Go check out that video, the red light therapy. Folks, it's insane how awesome that shit is. I love it. It's almost like a tanning bed, but you don't feel microwaved afterwards. You feel like energized. Your cells at a mitochondrial level absorb this energy. It's insane. It's the best thing I've ever done. Out of all the supplements I'm taking, the red light panels are the best thing I've tried. Breaking. Donald Trump picks former Democratic Congresswoman 𝗀𝗃 𝗵𝗃 to serve as Director of National Intelligence. Steve Bannon reports Kash Patel as head of FBI and 𝗀𝗃 𝗵𝗃 as DNI, Director of National Intelligence. Wow. I've met both those people. I think this should make room for Sancho. Maybe Sancho can handle the border crisis. I give all the women citizenship after I give them all my kids. Sean Jedden, thank you. Sometimes I miss your super chats, folks, but I check it out. Oh, man. So Republicans retain House majority, completing the trifecta. Republicans are officially on track to retain their majority in the House of Representatives, handing the GOP control of the White House and both chambers of Congress in the new year. How you like me now? How you like them apples, right, folks? Oh, yeah. Laura Trump pitches herself to replace Marco Rubio. I should stop giving that guy shit. Do you guys like Marco Rubio? Let me see on the chats. Do you guys like Marco Rubio? I'm wondering. I just don't trust him. I that's just me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know much about him. I just don't trust him. No. All of you are the same. Some of you say yes. Yes. Some no. Yeah, I don't know. Laura Trump, the wife of Donald Trump's son Eric, is pitching herself to be the next senator to replace Florida, as Marco Rubio is set to vacate his seat to become Secretary of State. Wasn't Trump like making fun of this guy? Wasn't he making fun of his hands or something like that? Like he was constantly just bashing this guy. That's just Trump's humor, but now he's going to make him Secretary of State. What the hell's going on here? Maybe he has some control. You got to think about this too, folks. Behind the scenes, maybe he's putting people in place he has a lot of control over. Maybe he has something on Rubio and he's like, I got you now, so you're going to work for me. Does that make sense? I think that's what it is. I think that's how he's playing this game. So don't think just because Rubio's getting in there that, oh boy, we're back to the same old song and dance. He may have something on him and he may be controlling him with that. So think about that for a second. That's where my mind goes with this. That's just where I'm going with it. So I don't know. Rump. Trump taps Rep. Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. President-elect Donald Trump on Wednesday said he will nominate Republican Rep. Matt Gaetz of Florida to serve as U.S. Attorney General. Trump wrote on Truth Social that Gaetz has distinguished himself in Congress through his focus on achieving desperately needed reform on the government, on the Department of Justice. But McCarthy, doesn't he look like a turkey gizzard? When I see McCarthy, he almost looks like that chicken on Foghorn Leghorn. Do you remember the Warner Brothers Warner Brothers cartoon, Foghorn Leghorn? The female chicken that was in love with Foghorn Leghorn. Doesn't he look like that? Doesn't he look like that? Or a turtle, or he looks like that real slow turtle in the cartoon. I'm talking about the old cartoons, like the old turtle that was. He looks like that, or he looks like the chicken in Foghorn. I'm sorry, that's what I see. Every time I look at him, it looks like they got nitrogen pumping in the back of his head to make his eyes stick out. He goes, I don't know. There's just something with that guy that I can't put my finger on it, but he looks funny to me. He looks like a cartoon character. I don't know. He looks like a turtle that just came out of his shell and was like, ooh, okay. And he goes back in his shell. That's what I see. That's what I see. So McCarthy says Gaetz won't get confirmed. Everyone knows that. Former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Oh, sorry. Not McCarthy. Who was I? I was talking about Mitch McConnell. That was Mitch McConnell. Now I'm on to McCarthy. McCarthy says Gaetz won't get confirmed. Everyone knows that. Former Speaker Kevin McCarthy predicted Wednesday that former Rep. Matt Gaetz, President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General, will not get confirmed by the Senate. Asked for his response to Trump's cabinet pick so far, McCarthy told Bloomberg Television in an interview, I think his choices are very good, except one. Look, Gaetz won't get confirmed, he continued. Everybody knows that. McCarthy, a loyal Trump ally while serving in the House, was asked why the former president would bother tapping Gaetz if he knew the Florida Republican couldn't get confirmed. You can talk to the president, but it's a good deflection from others. But if it also gives, McCarthy responding, cutting himself off, I'll let it stand at that. Michelle Christians. Just in case you and your mods haven't heard, you're awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you so much. All right, folks, it's that time. Canoladine. If you're suffering from daily aches and pains, please listen carefully, folks. Top medical experts have unveiled a natural pain reliever that is changing the way Americans fight pain. 100% drug-free Canoladine. Canoladine is the only solution in the world that optimizes your body's natural painkillers called endorphins, providing full body relief without dangerous pills or known side effects. Over 1 million Americans and hundreds of professional athletes, including UFC fighters, have already embraced Canoladine's pain relief power. Best of all, Canoladine is legal worldwide, certified drug-free, and does not cause side effects, grogginess, or addiction. After 14 years of clinical research, it has been proven safe and effective, backed by thousands of successful use cases from other Americans just like you. Best of all, you can try it. If you try it today, oh, this is pretty good. You get Canoladine for less than $1 a day. This is your opportunity to finally live pain-free, folks. Click the link below and try the only 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 product in the world, risk-free for up to 90 days. Try 𝗀𝗃.com/Nino. Get started on it, folks, and live a pain-free life. It also helps for me emotionally. With all the shit that I'm going through right now, believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you. My nose is above water. I feel a little better. Scandals. So here comes the scandals. Woman testified to House Ethics Committee that Gates, so they're really trying to stop Gates from getting in there because they know he's going to help clean house. So what I'm seeing here is that they're going to start making moves to stop him. And what better way to do that? Well, you know what movement was weaponized? What movement was weaponized, folks? They're all weaponized. But which one is specifically to take out powerful men? Let me see. You all know which one I'm talking about, right? I'm not going to say it. Come on. Which one was it? You guys are smart. Which one was it? It's just, yep, there you go. Exactly. Specifically aimed at taking out powerful men. So you can honeypot and get them. That's what it was used for. So a woman testified in House Ethics Committee that Gates had sex with her when she was 17. The woman who... Did he know that? Did he know? Did you lie to him? The woman who was at the center of a years-long Justice Department investigation into a sex trafficking allegations surrounded Rep. Matt Gaetz testified to the House Ethics Committee that the now former Florida congressman had sex with her when she was 17. Sources familiar with the investigation told, isn't that legal in some states? Or is it like you have to have the parents' consent or something like that? I don't know. President-elect Donald Trump announced Wednesday that Gates had been tapped to serve as Attorney General, overseeing the very branch of government that previously conducted its own investigation on him, which ended last year without charges being brought. Gates resigned from office following Trump's announcement. This came as the House Ethics Committee was in the final stages of its investigation, said sources, who added that the committee was preparing to meet this week to deliberate over whether to release a final report of the matter. It's funny how they all come out, right? They all come out at the last, right when they're needed. They all come out, hey, you had sex with me when I was 17. China opens up huge port in Peru. Now, folks, I've been hearing a lot of stuff happening in South America with China. Like they're getting ready for something. So, China opens up huge port in Peru to extend its reach to Latin America. In Latin America, Chinese leader Xi Jinping and Peruvian President Dina Boluarte on Thursday inaugurated a huge port in the Peruvian city in Chancay, celebrating an infrastructure project that is expected to attract $3.6 billion in investment and will create a direct route from China across the Pacific Ocean to South America. So they're going to bypass America, huh? They're going to go into South America. I've heard they're already setting up shop down there like crazy. The port opening, which comes ahead of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum and Xi's final meeting with President Joe Biden, underscores China's growing clout in a region that once looked primarily to the United States for economic opportunity. China is ready to work hand in hand with our Peruvian friends with one heart and with the same goal and steer the ship of our friendship toward an even brighter future. Yeah. So what the hell is happening with Infowars, with Alex Jones? I need to get Alex Jones back on the show. I've had him on the show once. I put it up on Rumble because he's so hot. He's like a hot coal. I still don't trust putting him up on FluffTube, but I'd like to do another show with Alex. I can't remember how I got a hold of him the last time. Totally forgot. I forgot his contact even, but I need to get a hold of that guy. The Onion acquires Infowars. As part of the deal, The Onion will own Infowars website, product inventory, customer lists, social media accounts, and intellectual property. Do you guys know what The Onion is? Do you guys know what The Onion is? I thought it was like a local newspaper in Austin. That's what I thought it was. The Onion has successfully acquired Infowars. The Satire News. Let's just call it Satire News. Satire News outlet purchased Alex Jones' right-wing conspiracy empire at a court-ordered auction. The families of the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting announced Thursday the dissolution of oh boy, Alex Jones' assets and the death of Infowars is the justice we have all been long awaiting and fought for, said Robbie Parker, whose daughter was deleted in the 2012 school shooting. As part of the deal, the Onion, owned by Twilio co-founder Jeff Lawson and led by Chief Executive Ben Collins, acquired Infowars' website, product inventory, customer list, social media accounts, and intellectual property. Collins said status at Infowars will be rebooted under new ownership in January. So let me ask you this, folks. I mean, isn't the only reason you watch Infowars is because of Alex Jones? So what? I don't understand how this is going to happen here. Terms of the deal were not disclosed, but the Sandy Hook families increased the size of the Onion's bid by agreeing to forge a portion of the money Jones owes them. Collins told Status and that Every Town for Gun Safety, a nonprofit founded in the wake of the Sandy Hook shooting to stop gun violence, inked a multi-year deal agreement and advertised on the new Infowars. So I know Alex is in a lot of trouble, but I mean, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about the Onion buying his empire? Doesn't he owe, like, how much does Alex Jones owe the families of Sandy Hook? Is it in the billions? Smash the Onion, yeah. Is it Eva Longoria or Eva Longoria? Whatever. Eva Longoria reveals she moved her family out of dystopian United States. Eva Longoria revealed this week that she and her family have moved out of the dystopian United States, now splitting their time between Mexico and Spain. I had my whole adult life there, Longoria told Mary Claire of the U.S. Times, whatever this is. But even before the boogeyman, it was changing. The whole vibe was different. And then the boogeyman happened. You know what I'm talking about when I say that, 2020. And it pushed me over the edge. Whether it's the homelessness or the taxes, not that I want to shit on California. It just feels like this chapter of my life is done now. The Desperate Housewives actress called or cited the election as one reason for the finality of her conviction. The shocking part is now that he won, she said of Donald Trump's victory last week, it's that a convicted criminal who spews so much hate could hold the highest office. Bye! Get the fuck out! Okay? No one cares about you. You're old. Oprah's hometown newspaper. I post the newspaper, David. The newspaper. Oprah's hometown newspaper. How the fuck am I pronouncing these words like this? Could it be the punches to the head, do you think? I wonder about that. Maybe I need to get that brain cells transplant. Or maybe I just need more coffee. Or maybe it's because I'm feeling kind of sick. Newspaper. I got invited to go to the Jake Paul fight, man. I got ringside seats with some really good buddies of mine. And I'm like, man, I really want to go, but I feel like shit. But also, I just don't know if I want to go. It hurts when I still go watch fights. Even if I watch them on TV, folks, it hurts me emotionally. It's like watching your ex-girlfriend fuck somebody else. You don't want to watch it. You know what I mean? And knowing how great I was in boxing and how talented I was. And it just hurts. It just hurts. I still can't get over it. And I it's just one of those things that I guess I'm just going to be like that the rest of my life. I still get to look at my belts, though. I look at my belts every day. You guys want to see my belts? Do you guys want to see my belts? I get to. When I look at my belts, they're a life I used to have. It's my old life. It's my old life. I look at my belts and I think that's my old life. You guys want to see them? All right, let me see them. Let me show you. Let me know if you can see it. Do you see them? You see the belts? Oh. Those are my belts. My belt. Hey, my belts. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And they were all the top belts until the heavyweight championship of the world. So Oprah's hometown newspaper eviscerates her for taking $1 million from Kamala. Oprah Winfrey has been shunned by her hometown newspaper over the controversial $1 million fee to support Kamala Harris. So she charged Kamala Harris a $1 million fee to support her. Wow. No wonder Kamala's in debt. Her campaign's in debt. Imagine what America would look like. Fuck, we missed a bullet, man. Reports emerged last week that Winfrey had been given the sum to personally appear with Harris on the campaign trail. She denied taking the paycheck and has since clarified the money was given to her company, 𝗷𝗃 Productions, to stage a star-studded town hall event with the vice president. Now the Chicago Tribune has blasted the talk show host over the decision to allow her company, 𝗷𝗃 Productions, to accept the cash, stating Winfrey should have covered her workers' fees herself. Ha 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 ha. All of them. Eminem, Beyonce, all of them. I guarantee you, P. Diddy would have been there. Think about that for a second. I guarantee you, I bet you anything, P. Diddy would have been there. But no, he's in jail. The money was spent on the hall event with Harris, which featured virtual appearances by A-listers such as Julia Roberts, Meryl Streep, Jennifer Lopez, and Brian Cranston. I don't even know who that is. Reports on campaign spending indicate that of the $15 million spent on production fees, in total $1 million was given to Oprah Winfrey herself. I'm hearing these people are in trouble. Oh, yes, I'm hearing that. More than 800 million people around the world have diabetes, study finds. The number of people with diabetes has doubled over the past 30 years to more than 800 million worldwide, according to a groundbreaking international study. Global analysis published in the Lancet found that rates of diabetes in adults doubled from about 7% to about 14% between 1990 and 2022. You know, you can't, I got to say, it's all the chemicals in the foods and the shit like that. I don't know what else it could be. And there's a lot of good desserts out there. I love desserts. The study is the first global analysis of diabetes rates and treatment in all countries. Scientists at NCD and 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗹, in a collaboration with the World Health Organization, used data from more than 140 million people aged 18 and older and more than 1,000 studies in different countries. They applied statistical tools to enable accurate comparisons of prevalence and treatment between countries and regions. So diabetes is a chronic disease caused when the pancreas does not produce enough or any insulin, or the body cannot effectively use the insulin it produces. Jeez. I have a friend that has diabetes. I have a few friends that have diabetes, actually. All right, folks, get this. I shifted a stone and baby weight on Ozempic, but then I put it right back on. So in other words, so they're saying here that Ozempic, people that use Ozempic are putting back on the weight when they stop. So when they quit, the results were devastating. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 was initially thrilled with the, why do they have to have these names? Let's just call her Jane Doe. Jane Doe was initially thrilled with the weight loss sources she had with blockbuster weight loss. With the blockbuster weight loss jab, Wegovy. The 41-year-old lost just over a stone of her stubborn baby weight in 6 months back in 2021, but forced to quit the jabs in April 2022 after a price increase. The air stewardess from Illinois said she ended up with not only regaining the weight she lost, but becoming heavier than she's ever been. Let me guess, you don't hit the treadmill, you don't work out, you don't eat properly. I'm guessing that's what's going on. Within 18 months, she'd gained 2 stone and was 18 pounds heavier than she was before she started injecting. Miss Jane Doe said her appetite became insustainable when she quit the drug, leading to her snacking constantly and taking bigger portions at dinner. Well, that's your fault. That's where discipline. There's a thing called discipline, and it works better than Ozempic. In case any of you don't know this, there's a thing called discipline, and actually you should try it. It works a lot better. It works a lot better than Ozempic. It's just called discipline. So maybe try that out first, and then let me know. It's just called discipline. Do, Mr. David. Mike Tyson slaps Jake Paul at weigh-in ahead of Friday night. It's personal now. The highly anticipated fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is only one day away. It's tonight, isn't it? And fans got a taste of what's to come on Thursday. Yeah, it was fucking scripted. Take it from a fighter. I actually, one time, the promoters asked me and a fighter to get in each other's faces and, to try to sell the fight. And we did that, but we actually ended up throwing blows. Like, we actually, bop, bop, bop. We started fucking tables were flying and shit. And I think the promoter thought that was a little too real, but it really happened. What I saw, take it from me, folks. I'm still a fighter. That was scripted. That was highly scripted. It's just, what a fucking, my beloved sport, man. It's just, I guess it's going to be world boxing entertainment. You got to look at it as world boxing entertainment. And you know what? It might sell better than regular boxing because it looks like it already is. So there has to be some genius behind Jake Paul, honestly. For him to be able to do this, I got to take my hat off to him, man. I do. As much as I don't want to, I have to. Because he actually is changing the sport. He's actually the first one ever to live stream on Netflix. A marketing genius. The highly anticipated fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is today. Paul and Tyson both weighed in Thursday at the Toyota Music Factory in Irvine, Texas, during an event that was broadcast live. Paul weighed in at 227, and Tyson weighed in at 228. That's a good weight for Tyson. A really good weight. After Tyson stepped off the scale, he approached Paul for a final face-off. That's when chaos ensued. Paul crawled toward Tyson, which appeared to upset Tyson. Tyson slapped Paul in the face, and he was immediately separated from Paul by security personnel. Yeah, whatever. Did you see when Tyson went after Lennox Lewis? That was real. Lennox Lewis had to throw a punch at him, and that was back in the day. I didn't even feel it, Paul said. He's angry. He's an angry little elf, Mike Tyson. I thought that was a cute slap. Tyson said talking is over, but Paul added that it's personal now. Okay, now it's personal. Tyson and Paul is streaming exclusively on Netflix Friday. The main card for the event will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do y'all think about this? I'm pretty realistic on Jake Paul. Like, I would fight him. But it'd be all risk and no reward for him because I would need to have like 100. I would need to have like 1 million or so subscribers. I don't know. It would just be all risk, no reward. All risk, no reward, because he would get knocked out because I wouldn't script anything, and I would train my ass off even though I have a bad back. I would even go in there with a terrible back, metal in my back, screws, and I know I can still knock him out. I know. I'm telling you. But I don't know. All risk, no reward for him. All reward, no risk for me. All right, and what the fuck news? Okay, sorry. Get this, folks. This is crazy. How does this even happen? Could you not smell the body? Man's dead body found in Planet Fitness tanning bed for 3 days, after 3 days. So the guy lied there decomposing in a tanning bed for 3 days until they found him. You're telling me you don't clean your tanning beds? You don't check in on your tanning beds? A man was found dead inside a tanning bed at Planet Fitness Gym on Monday in Indianapolis, Indiana, authorities said. The Marion County Coroner's Office on Tuesday identified the deceased man as 39-year-old 𝗂𝗃, 39 years old. Though the office had not yet determined the cause or manner of the death, probably this. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department said officers responded shortly after 8:30 a.m. Monday to the Planet Fitness at 8707 Hardigan Street after receiving a report that the body has been found in a tanning bed. Singh's family officially reported him missing on Sunday after last hearing from him on Friday. Singh's aunt told WTIR-H13 that Singh visited the tanning bed on Friday and wasn't found until Monday, despite the fact that he was wearing an ankle monitor. So he was on house arrest or what? Whatever. According to Singh's family, Singh struggled with drug use. And they say that a needle was found in the room with him. Wow. So I was half right about this. A gym member who was there before police arrived Monday morning told the outlet that there had been a noticeable foul smell and expressed surprise that a dead person could have been there for all weekend. The tanning bed has a door, I believe, but still, why are we not concerned that the tanning bed has been closed for 3 days potentially? Elizabeth Lynn told the outlet. We were deeply saddened by the passing of one of our own members and the franchise owners working with the local authorities in their investigation. Planet Fitness Chief Corporate Affairs Officer Miguel Gossin said in the statement, at Planet Fitness, we have robust operational brand protocols in place as the safety and well-being of our members is our top priority, unless they're going tanning. We're working closely with our local franchisee to ensure they are upholding those brand protocols, like maybe cleaning your tanning beds. I thought every time someone went into a tanning bed and got out, you had to go there and clean it. I bet you people get all kinds of staph infections and disgusting shit from tanning beds. That's why I do the red light therapy, folks. That's what I do. Go back and watch the Jonathan Otto the podcast we did. It's pretty damn cool. It's good. It's awesome. Also, I have David Wilcock premiering tonight, talking about strategizing the spiritual warfare. And after a Trump victory, what does that look like and what moves are left? It's an epic podcast. It's premiering tonight on FluffTube. Check it out. David Wilcock. Love that guy. I consider him a friend now. He's a cool dude. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I'm about to, who do I have today? On Nino's Corner.tv. Get over there for the Black Friday special later, folks. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the Black Sheep of broadcasting, folks, later.